And why I told this particular dana of Karna alone, not other danas of Karna, means it is because Karna was highlighted. Karna got name and fame because of this particular, it is called giving of his protecting armor, Kavacha Kundala. By virtue of that only he has become great person, not other danas. And one more aspect of Mahabharata is that most of us, what we read the stories of Karna, they are not there in Mahabharata. One thing is that one big question, one big thing is that we normally in our childhood days, we will be hearing one story of Karna. That when Brahmin comes there, rain was coming for 7 days or 8 days. At that time, nothing, they all wooden things were actually soaked with water. At the time when Brahmin comes, I wanted to do some yajna, give me that dried ones like that. Then immediately he put his arrows and then took out all whatever that are there, wooden pieces are there in the roof that he took it out, gave it. Nothing is there in Mahabharata. That is not there in Mahabharata. Nowhere it is there, but that has just crept into the picture. Then second thing, one more is also there, Karna's Dana. People will be telling this is the Dana given by Karna. That is also another. What is that one? On one occasion, Arjuna was telling that what Dana Karna is giving, he is giving the whatever that is given by Duryodhana is giving, what great charity like that. Then he took both Kauravas and Pandavas to the river place. That story has come up in Duvur Ramreddy in Karna Parvam. He has written. Duvur Ramreddy has a special interest with Karna. I don't. He has come out with Karna Parvam. He has edited. In his book, he will be writing preface only. He will be writing this story. This story is also never there in Mahabharata. But that is thing is that he will be asking Kauravas and Pandavas. Krishna will be asking Kauravas and Pandavas. Both of them he invited for a dinner party and the sands on the shore of the sea. Then all the people went there. It was totally Purnima day. It was then Krishna with his magic he turned two mountains nearby into golden mountains, lot of jewels and all this is. Then he asked Krishna, Arjuna, can you give this these two golden hillocks are there? Can you give in charity before day breaks in? Then Arjuna immediately, why, whatever, no problem, I'll give like that. Immediately he took out a big, what is called trade type of thing, and he began putting it and giving it to Brahmins, putting in trays and giving it to him. And then subsequently he could not complete it. Maybe another 2 or 3 minutes are there. At the time Krishna comes and asks, have you completed your dhanam? No, he tells. Then it is still there. It is a hillocks. How can I give like that? Then let me try with Karna. He asks Karna, Karna, can you give it? Then he tells, what is a no problem, we'll give in 1 second only. He calls two Brahmins and gives this, you can take this mountain, you can take that mountain, you can take, and then he finishes off and tells us Krishna what is left behind like that. This story is also not there in Mahabharata. So many concoctions, misconceptions are there with regard to Mahabharata. So many other stories have crept in, and many stories have nothing is there. Nowhere they are found in Mahabharata. They are not there. Whatever that is not there in Mahabharata, if we begin to take out all those things, that is not there. Like that, so many stories of Karna have cropped up because of so many reasons. Of course, present societal reasons. That present day Kula Vyavastha, Varna Vyavastha, and all these things are also laced in this particular aspect. And some people are highlighted nowadays, and some people are not highlighted. All these issues are there because it is a different issue anyway. Okay, we can ask.
One more thing, sir. The timing of the incident you have described, is it at the beginning of the war or already war started?
Madam, once again you repeat, madam.
The incident of Dana you have described just now about Karna, is it at the beginning of the war just before to start or after it started?
Even now I could not understand it. Sir, can you anybody?
Actually, when was this Dana was asked by Devendra to Karna? Was it before the war or after the war is started?
No, before the war only. Before the war, when the Krishna goes to that place, no, Krishna goes to Mayasa, this Duryodhana's Sabha for the purpose of negotiating. That is called Krishna Rayabaram is there, no? At the time he goes there. Once he goes there, then he is also meeting Karna and he will be advising him to come back. And all these issues have happened by that time. By the time the war is about to break in, at that particular period of time, war is also announced. At that particular period of time, Indra goes there and he will be asking the boon, and Karna gives that whatever Dhanam is being asked by Indra, he gives it. Not at the time of war. War has not started so far. Before commencement of the war only he asks.
And one more doubt I wanted to ask about yesterday class. Vamana, as soon as he was born, he grew up at the stage of what to say, not Snatakam, Upanayanam. Was
Okay.
there any term used for that type of incident?
Term for what, madam?
Growing immediately from Shishu to Upanayana stage.
Okay, from childhood to adulthood. So that is what you are telling. Maybe adulthood, whatever it may be. Teenage, childhood to teenage, growing up from childhood to teenage. What is the term that is there?
Immediately after birth.
In the case of Vamana, I too don't know, madam, because any term is there or not, I don't know. Because I too don't know whether I am not so sure whether immediately after his birth he grew into in a teenage age also. I was not. I don't know. I don't have any idea because that must be there in Mahabhagavata. Maybe it must be there. Vamana Avatara we know, but Vamana Avatara, what is the purpose of Avatara, why he came, the symbolic significance, those type of things we know. But the terminology with regard to childhood to growing into teenage, any terminology is there in Sanskrit, I am not aware of it.
So one more incident is also this what to say, not Gatot, some Devakanya when she was given Shapam and she returned the Muni's infants, twin infants immediately to adulthood and mother will give the Shapam to that Devakanya.
The question I did not understand, madam.
Okay.
Can you,
Okay.
so Babu sir, can you elaborate if you have understood it?
No, we may request her to repeat it if precisely repeat it, madam.
Because that is not audio sound is actually resounding. Resounding is coming, madam. That is the reason.
No problem at all, sir. Thank you.
You can ask, madam. Either you can type it, madam. That is better.
Type it and we will take it up.
I will take it up, madam. No problem.
Okay, Satyanarayan garu.
Namaste, sir. I have typed my question there. In case of Ekalavya, does it fall under Apatra Dhanam or untimely Akala Dhanam?
Ekalavya case. Ekalavya, actually, can I discuss Ekalavya's case in the last day of my class, sir? Because it is actually a big issue.
It doesn't
actually.
matter, sir, as you like it.
That I will do, sir. Because one thing is that anyway you have asked the question. Ekalavya, how to understand Ekalavya story is
Yes,
also very important, to be frank, because most of the persons will be understanding Ekalavya from a wrong perspective only. That is what I believe.
Yes, exactly. And one
Because
film also came in that film, Arjuna was shown as a villain.
Arjuna is shown as villain, Dronacharya is shown as a villain, and Ekalavya is a great person like that. Anyway, that also I will discuss it in the last class maybe.
In the wrong perspective, is going into the society, gone into
Yes,
the
sir.
society.
Then actually, this I have told in the same forum, in the same Veda Samskruti Samiti forum only I have told some time back. Maybe one time only I told.
Okay, sir.
Maybe third batch or so, whatever, I don't remember.
You may
Anyway,
cover as you like it, sir.
I will do it, sir. I will do it, sir. No problem.
Namaste, sir.
What is that Dhanam I will be discussing? That should be good. Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Really good story, sir. You are reminded.
Some wrong perspective that
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will take up the
gone into the society. That as
Yes,
he is a good person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same thing only, because most of the times people who wanted to criticize Mahabharata, they will be taking these type of stories only. Ekalavya story they will take out.
Yes, sir.
So for that only we have to take, because we have to hit the bulls
Yes,
head only
we
like
need
that.
to answer them, such people.
Yes, sir. Such people. Yes. I
That
will
is
take
only
up
my view. Thank you,
Ekalavya
sir.
story will be the next series, next lecture I will be discussing Ekalavya.
Thank you very much, sir.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Your elaboration also very, analysis also very excellent, and we need to hear you for hours, it seems.
No problem, sir. Thank you so much, sir. No problem. This Ekalavya we will discuss, sir. Next class we will discuss, sir. No problem.
Okay, Savita Shastri garu.
One more doubt, sir. Can I ask, sir?
No, Savita Shastri garu, go ahead.
Namaste Mahodaya. Just a small question. Sir, agreed that Karna's Dhanam, there is it's in the lower category. But if we look it in the other way, He's a Kshatriya. I mean, by birth he's Kshatriya. Maybe he was not brought up in that manner. But
Right.
to his friend, he has vowed that he will support. So when Indra came to ask Kavachakundala, he knew that Indra had a ulterior motive in asking. So maybe that is the reason why, to help his friend, he would have asked the boon
To help
from
his
Indra.
friend,
Duryodhana.
is
I
Duryodhana.
mean, like suppose maybe if he would have given normally, then he would have thought, yeah, Indra is asking with an ulterior motive. I am going to give, so I am going to the war. The motive for me is to help my friend Duryodhana.
Correct.
So I should take something from him at least, so that I can support my friend in some manner. So that is the
Maybe
reason why he would have asked the boon from Indra.
boon. One thing I can tell, madam, because in this particular case, madam, your argument is also okay, but thing is that we look it in from different perspective, madam. The different perspective is that what is the problem if he denies the boon itself? Suppose you are coming apatra danam is there, he knows it that it is not worthy to take the danam, that is one thing. And then he is asking, he is giving, by virtue of giving the danam, he is signing his own death warrant, that is also there. Third aspect
Yes.
is that one more thing is that by virtue of giving this weapon, maybe no other weapon may be a substitute for this Kavacha Kundala, that is also there. And third aspect,
Absolutely.
fourth thing is that he has already promised Duryodhana that he is going to kill Arjuna, and with Banam, with one more astra, what he will do, we don't know. And all other things, more than all these things, he could have refused also, nothing wrong, because it is apatra dana, which I don't want to do it. It is only vratam. Vratam is important or dharma is important. Dharma is not looking at, he is looking at vratam only, like Bhishma. Like Bhishma was looking at his own vratam and he erred in many occasions. Similarly, Karna also looked at his vratam and erred in this case. That is what I feel, madam. Because he should not, he should have refused, nothing wrong, because he wanted yashas. Because by virtue of giving this danam, he is expecting something from some other place. That is called yashas he is expecting. Why he should expect yashas? When you are going to give danam, you should not expect anything, madam. Not only this Shakti Banam. You are not supposed to expect anything. That yashas also you should not expect. Why should you expect yashas? If it is going to come, it will come. If it is not going to come, it will not come. Because he is expecting yashas, name, fame in the entire world. That is why what he is telling is that I am giving. Foolishly he is giving. He could have refused it.
But that is not his intrinsic nature. That means should
That is
we?
Vratam only, no, madam. That is his Vratam. He has taken
Okay.
a oath he has taken that I will be giving anything being asked by any person. He is giving the nuclear
Okay.
arsenal to in the hands of a terrorist. That is how I look at it. But because he is the chief army commander of Duryodhana's army, and his Kavacham itself is a nuclear arsenal. Somebody is coming and asking, give it to me like that. He is handing it over at the cost of Duryodhana and his Kauravas and all this, his friendship and all these things are also there. Which he is not supposed to give. He could have refused it, nothing wrong. What is wrong? Vratam I am deviating. I am not, Dharmam I am not deviating. Dharma is actually apatra danam should not be done. That is more
Okay.
important. Apatra danam,
So by
kama.
nature, Karna doesn't have that nature of giving is what we are trying to understand.
That is there, madam. But this is a very intricate, madam. All these things are very, very intricate subjects. This way or that way we can argue. But ultimately, whenever we are coming to a conclusion, we should be in a position to justify our stand. That is the only thing. In most of the ethical dilemmas, this will be coming up. Normally, sometimes what is being talked as ethics in from my perspective, the other person may not be agreeing from his perspective. But one thing is that when you are going to, you should be in a position to justify rationally, stating that because of this reason I have done it. Then it is acceptable for for all other persons. Otherwise, it is not acceptable because there should not be any dispute. The dispute should be ironed out, and we should be in a position. Because if somebody is going to ask you also, as you told, your argument is also correct. But thing is that here broader perspective we have to take into consideration. And this is also you have to take into consideration, because so many other reasons are also there, and Shakti Bana may not be a substitute for the Kavasa. That also he has to think over. And Apatra Dhanam we should not give. This type of things also you should take into consideration. And the time is also not correct. This type of things, madam. And his friendship is another thing. His promise to Duryodhana. All those things he has to take into picture, no, madam.
Okay.
In that way, madam, because ultimately the takeout from the entire story is that Dhanam we should be given. That is more important. It should be Gupta Dhanam. It should be Pratyupakarartham should not be there. It should be given with humility. It should not be given with Manah Klesha. These are the issues ultimately we have to take out from these three stories. Normally, it is not Karna is important, or Duryodhana is important, or Shabi not like that. These are the case studies. This, from the case studies,
Yes,
we are trying to analyze is that these are the takeouts from this entire subject matter.
correct.
That is the thing, madam. In that way. Okay, madam.
Yes, Mahodaya. Dhanyawada.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Okay, Sudhir sir.
Namo Nama. My question is that we can look at Karna's Dana in different ways. I think it's the same lines that the previous caller asked. That Karna knew that the Indra is going to ask for the Kavach. So it's not that he is giving it. Surya came and told him in advance, and Surya giving that. So Surya in a way was asking for Dana, that don't ask, don't give your Kavach, because so he's giving Dana to Surya, saying that he's going to ask Indra for the Bana in return for that. So because Karna has always been giving Dana without expecting anything all throughout his life, and then Surya comes and asks him that and Surya's asking is a request for Dana that Karna has to give. So Karna promises Surya that he'll ask for the Bana, and then when Indra comes, he knows in the beginning that he's going to ask for Kavach Kundal. So it's not apatra, because he knows that war is going on, and that is the reason he's asking for the Kavach Kundal. So that's not apatra, because that's the Kal Desh Kal is also right. So war is going on and there is an interest why Indra is asking for this thing. And he's not apatra because he wants that. He wants the Kavach Kundala, so he's giving the Dana to Indra. That is that's so from a Karna's perspective, he has been doing that without expecting anything all throughout his life, and then he gives Dana to Surya, he gives Dana to Indra. Can we say that?
Well, where is the thing that what other Dana he has given earlier?
No, I mean I'm assuming that he gives Dana every time somebody asks him
No, it
something.
is
I don't
just
know.
mentioned in Mahabharata. It is just mentioned in Mahabharata that it is his vratam. But earlier
Okay.
Danas, no Danas is mentioned anywhere in Mahabharata.
Okay.
No other
And
Dana is
what?
mentioned, sir. Because only we are having in different other books and other places, regional translations, cinemas and all other places. So we are having 2-3 Danas of Karna, which I discussed. No, those Danas are not there in Mahabharata.
Okay, thank you. And
Nothing is there, sir.
if you don't, yes, thank you. One more
Because he
question
was giving
actually.
all the way he was giving means and nowhere, no other place it is shown as he was giving Dana. Dana is nowhere it is there. Karna became famous because of this particular Dana only. Not any other Dana. He may be giving, that is a different issue, but nowhere it is mentioned. Maybe Arjuna may also may be giving, Dharmaraja also may be giving Danas like that. All other people also, whenever there is good occasion is there, everybody was giving Danams. But whichever is being asked, everybody is giving, including Karna. Maybe no specific Dana is mentioned anywhere in Mahabharata. Other than this particular Dana. This is the first and maybe the one more Dana that is at the end when he falls on the Kurukshetra war. At that time Krishna comes, that is one more Dana. Beyond that, nothing is here.
Okay, thank you.
Nothing
One
specific
more
is
question.
mentioned, sir. Yes, sir.
One more question is that in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 2.4.5, Rishi Yajnavalkya says that Navare sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. So there is no action in this world which is done for someone else. All actions are done for self. So there cannot be any dana which is selfless. So how can we say that any dana is sattvic dana?
Sir, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad or any other Upanishads, if you begin to quote the background, why that particular shloka is told is also relevant, sir. Why that particular shloka is told at that particular point of time. Randomly, if we pick up and begin to take it out and try to put it for some other purposes, it may not, what is the background? I have to read it out only, because that particular shloka, what is the background, why it was written down at that particular spot? Because Vedantic concepts It is very difficult to understand, very difficult to interpret also. Maybe the brother and Upanishad it is there, but still, what perspective, at what background it is written down, and what background this has happened, we don't know. For relating it, we need to again see into it, and then only we can tell. Otherwise, suddenly it cannot be told also. So that is the thing. That is my appeal.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
to see
Thank you.
it. What is
Thank
the
you.
background? Or the thing is that sometimes, like Vedic dictum, Satyam, Buddha, Dharmam, Chara, like that, Upanishads and all these thoughts also will be coming up. That what is the inner meaning of that one? Why it was told like that? What is the purpose of that particular sentence at particular place? All these things are also relevant sometimes. Very difficult
Okay.
to
Okay.
correlate, sir. That is the only thing.
ధన్యవాదాలు. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ఓకే పద్మావతి గారు.
Namaste, madam.
వాయిస్ వస్తుందండి నాది క్లియర్ గా. నెట్వర్క్ ప్రాబ్లం.
చెప్పండి తొందరగా చెప్పండి.
దదీచి గారి గురించి ఈ రోజు చెప్తారా అండి, రేపు క్లాస్ లో చెప్తారా?
దదీచి గురించి ఇవాళ చెప్తారా తర్వాత చెప్తారా అంటున్నారు.
దదీచి అయిపోయింది కదా మేడం, అంతే. దదీచి is actually briefly అంతే మేడం, ఓన్లీ బ్రీఫ్ డిస్కషన్ ఆఫ్ దదీచి ఓన్లీ మేడం, బికాస్ we are more interested in learning Danam. Dadichi story and how he was born and all these things, I mean, we are not discussing madam anyway.
Okay.
And I don't think it is there in Mahabharata also. Only this aspect is there. Dadichi was doing penance, he was doing tapasya, like that only. But his background and all of that is, I don't think it is there in Mahabharata. Not there, madam.
Bhagavata.
Bhagavata is there. Bharatam also it is there. Ramayanam also it is there. Most of the places it is there, madam. Markandeya Purana also Dadichi story is there.
Okay, I think we should go for Pradhana. It's crossing 8.
Okay, thank you Nagaraja Rao garu. Now we'll meet next week Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, now let's go for Pradhana. Rameshri garu.
Namaskaram. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahishah go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam lokas samasta sukhino bhavantu काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा क्वचित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति.
ధన్యవాదములండి.
Thank
Thank you so much. Now let's go for Janaganamana. Talla Chitbabu garu.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जय
జై హింద్. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. అండ్